Prediction market Kalshi launching Perpetual futures last week. Future-style contracts with no set expiration date. They're designed to continually track the price of an asset. Kalshi says it's fully regulated by the CFTC, which, of course, has become a point of contention because states have been attempting to regulate predictions markets, leading to now 7 lawsuits against states by the CFTC, which is trying to assert itself as the sole regulatory authority. Joining us now to discuss all of this in an exclusive interview is Kalshi CEO Tarek Mansour. We'd also like to note that CNBC and Kalshi do have a commercial relationship that includes customer acquisition and a minority investment. Welcome, Tarek. Good to have you.
Thanks so much for having me. I'm very excited.
I know you're excited about this, the perps, the perpetual contracts. Explain what this is and what the sort of demand looks like for it.
So, perpetuals are actually one of the largest asset classes on the planet today. It's trading over $90 trillion of volume annually, all of which is offshore, none of which is in America. And the announcement on Friday is Kalshi, and we're very proud to be the first regulated exchange in America to bring perps onshore. The reason we're very excited about perpetuals is because they're the purest form of trading. They're the purest trade because all you need to trade a perpetual is a view. For example, on Bitcoin, whether it's going to go up or down. Then you take the leverage based on the capital efficiency requirements that you have. And then the key thing is that they're perpetual. They don't have an expiry. So when you trade an option, you have to have a view, but also a specific view on when that thing is going to happen. With perpetual, it goes on forever or until you decide to close your trade. And your view basically no longer holds.
So who trades these?
So it's very diverse. It's both institutions and retail. They're incredibly popular offshore. So in America today, at least in a regulated environment, nobody.
Right. But Polymarket's been doing it, right?
Well, there's a number of other kind of companies that are sort of big in perpetuals offshore. And I think, the demand has been very clear for a few years in America. People want it here. Institutions want it here because, some asset classes are fit for traditional futures because they have a natural expiry, like commodity and agricultures. But others, like Bitcoin and digital assets, do not have a natural expiry. They go on forever in perpetuity. And so they require a future that doesn't end, which is a perpetual future.
Give viewers an example of a trade, or something that has high volume or that people are interested in around the world?
So Kalshi is starting with perpetual futures on Bitcoin, and then we're going to expand from there. Bitcoin is a very, very popular form of perp because a lot of people have views on Bitcoin going up, but a lot of people have views on Bitcoin going down. And there's no clean way to express that view today, to sort of quote-unquote short Bitcoin. Perpetuals allow you to just pick up or down and then pick the level of leverage. For example, you want this to move 1-to-1 with the price of Bitcoin or 5-to-1 with the price of Bitcoin. And then you can trade. You can hold the position all the way up until
you decide to exit.
You decide to exit. Very simple, very clean, very accessible. It's the purest form of trading.
A lot of people look at all these new products and what you're doing around predictions and say, this is gambling. It's not good. You're figuring out ways to do less regulated gambling, and it's bad for society. How do you respond to that?
So, if we're, getting a CFTC regulated exchange and clearinghouse, as a lot of people would know, is a pretty stringent form of regulation. So actually, when we started the company in 2018, we didn't launch up until 4 years later to the general public, because we spent the first 4 years of the company getting regulated up front. It was actually a very, very brutal process of going through all the audits and the regulatory framework to get this license, and both for the exchange and the clearinghouse. So if we're trying to avoid regulation...
It's not good enough for the states, though.
I think the state question is a little bit of a different question. I don't think this is a question of how regulated this is. It is very regulated. That's undeniable. I think there's a bit of a broader industry dynamic at play here, which is I think prediction markets and other assets are bringing innovation to America. And people are liking these types of marketplaces because they're more fair, they're more transparent, they trust them, they like trading against someone else, not against the house. And our margins are smaller than traditional gaming or other places. We make 1%, whereas traditional casino does 15, 20%. There's threatening to a certain set of incumbents, and like Ubers and taxis, like hotels and Airbnb. The legacy industry is pushing to curb this activity. But to me, what I'm focused on is really the customers, what the customers want, and the customers are speaking pretty loudly right now, and that's what we'll stay focused on.